Hello again. Okay, I thought on this video I would have a look at some more ultra lightweight cooking systems. Apologise for that, neighbours' dogs. And looking at Trail Designs products in the last video. It was the Thai Tri-Fusion stove, and great though it is, it's an expensive piece of kit. So I thought I would look at some cheaper options, some of the Caldera cone systems, and one very cheap system. Just it's basically a piece of foil with some titanium pegs. Another option. The Caldera cones come in these packs, and a little bit like the Thai Tri stove, they are designed for a particular pot. Okay, so we'll start with this particular one, which is designed to go with the Vargo. Well, what does it? Snow Peak 700mm, the Vargo Starlight, or the Alp kit, the original Alp kit Mai Tai mug. So things around about 700mm size. Okay, so first thing to say is this sort of tube that it comes in, it unscrews and comes apart two parts, obviously, and both of these are food grade plastic, so you can eat from them, drink from them, whatever. So you've basically got your vessels there. You don't need to carry additional stuff if you don't want to. Okay, so the cone comes with, it does not come with that, that's just a sort of jacket that I made up to sort of go around and keep one of these warm, but I'll just ditch that for a second. Comes with the Trail Designs 1610 stove that we talked about before, which comes in at 16 grams. I'll show you later the sort of weight on the scales, and a little alcohol dispenser store. There we go, which I haven't used, and a measuring cup, which I will use. I'll put that to one side. So, cone. Now you can see this time the cone is a one-piece affair, unlike the Thai Tri, and not titanium this time. It's an aluminium foil, but with some, some titanium reinforcement, sort of where it's most needed. So put that together, just like the other way you slide into a sort of groove there. There we go. And that's designed in this case to fit the mug. Slides in like that, handle out here, safely protected, and you put the stove underneath. Okay, so now when it comes to stoves, obviously you're supplied with their own design, but there are other excellent stoves that will work perfectly well inside. This one is one of my favourites. It's called the Zelph Starlight. It's from an American company, and it weighs just over 15 grams. What's nice about it is that it comes with a lid, so you can actually pre-charge it. It's also one of those where if you knock it over, you don't spill, because underneath there is an absorbent material underneath that gauze. It's a very slow burn. It's a sort of simmerer. I know that boil times are very dependent on sort of conditions at the time, but last time I tested it, I boiled 300 mils in just over 10 minutes and got a 22-minute boil time out of it. I can't remember the amount that I put in, but I think I pretty much filled it. Okay, so that works perfectly well. So 16 grams, 15 grams. Advantage, I guess, with this one is that you can, of course, put some fuel in it, and you get perhaps a longer burn time. I've also designed my own stoves. Now these are capillary stoves where they draw up the alcohol through sort of little tubes at the side there. These were copies of designs that I'd seen on a YouTube channel, Tetkoba, if I've said that properly. It makes amazing, absolutely amazing stoves. I'll put a link to it in the description underneath to his YouTube channel. Amazing. So I've had a go at doing those, and these are 6 to 7 grams each, and the performance of these is extraordinary. Very, very fast to bloom and very fast boil times, but not long burning. So I don't know, you could carry 2 of these and have totally different sort of burning styles and cooking styles. Okay, so that's one Caldera cone, and I'll show you a slightly larger one, well, a wider one. The actual pot that it comes in is a bit stumpier. Okay, so it's all a bit lower. And this one is designed to fit the Alp kit. Fantastic gear Alp kit, great value for money. This is the 1300mm sort of cooking kit, so a little frying pan and pot. And again, so a cup, so a bit of a different split this time, so more cup size and more bowl size. Same setup inside, same arrangement, obviously larger this time. Just slide that in, like so. Just have to line the handle up to make sure it slots in, and there we go again. Okay, so burner underneath. Obviously these are extremely stable cooking systems, and they are also very sort of resistant to the weather at the time, the wind. They have vents. There we go. They have vents on one half, and then on the other, none around the bottom, so that you've got a degree of control by turning it. I believe Trail Designs also now do something kind of simmering. I guess you could probably make yourself one of those. I've shown you this before in earlier videos, but these holes around the side, which at first appear like they might be for the jets, are not. That's the air intake, and it feeds through to, well, you probably won't be able to see it, but there are holes inside just underneath the lip there. So you've got your air intake, and your mess just sits at the bottom and burns. Okay, so a very clever design. Okay, so that goes over. Alright, so I'll just stop you for a moment and we'll put some water into here and set it up and do a timed run. Okay, I swapped over to the Vargo again. I've put 300 ml of water in, got the timer ready, put some meth into here. Okay, I'll light that now. It's one of my, well, it was originally meant as a knife pouch, but I keep my lighter in there now. I've seen this before, my favourite lighter, the Soto. Okay, so that's going. Over. Off we go. Pop the lid on and bring you back when it's boiled. Well, on a very calm, sort of still day, we've got a pretty decent boil time on that for a rolling boil. Right, okay, packing away procedure for these is fairly straightforward. I'll do it with the larger one. It's just a case of pulling this apart, unsliding that. Obviously this is something you have to be careful about. If that gets crimped or damaged, then you're going to have trouble putting it together. And I suppose you could sort of clip it somehow, paper clip it or something like that. Okay, so we get the pot and basically roll this up. And we pop it back in. Okay, and there we go. Oh, stove, of course. Oh, pardon me. There we go, that's it, job done. Okay. Right, I also mentioned that I had a sort of a far cheaper system, and it really is very bog standard, very cheap indeed. As I said before, this is just a piece of foil, fairly thick foil, not cooking foil, and it's got some holes punched in it. And this weighs, I think, complete with the two little titanium pegs, this whole thing weighs 21 grams. Okay, and it fits snugly inside the Vargo 700ml sort of cooking pot mug, like that. It's very simple. Just feed the wires. These were 1 gram pegs, basically, little tiny 1 gram pegs. Just feed those through a couple of the holes, like that, and whatever arrangement to make a little support. And there we go. Oh, one of them's fallen. Goes on top like that, and you could use this. Really, it's quite low, so something like solid fuel or something small like this. Okay, right, well I said I would show you the weights of these, and what I will also do is show you how they burn. I'll have to go indoors for that because you won't be able to see the mess flames out here. Alright, so we'll have a look now at the weights of the stoves. Okay, so let's zero this up. There we go. Right, first on the Trail Designs. Okay, so I guess there's going to be some variation in these stoves. That one's coming in at 14.71. On the website, I think they quoted them as 16 grams. That one, I think, is on. Yeah, it's on. It's not touching anywhere. The Zelph Starlight, just over 15 grams. And one of my homemade, oops, just zero that again. One of my homemade capillary stoves. That one's coming in at 8 grams. Let's try that one. That one's just over 8 grams. And I've got a slightly smaller one here, however I've got maths in that, so I can't really judge that one. So between 6 and 8 grams for those. Okay, right, let's have a look at how they burn. Alright, so let's get these lit and you can have a look at the sort of burning style of them. So, Trail Designs stove. You might be able to see the flame is sort of coming in. It's almost like a wood burning stove, wood gas stove in a sense. You know, you've got the air being drawn up inside. You can see it's burning from inside there. Okay. And these are designed to burn fine inside the cones, which may have limited ventilation. So it's the Zelph Starlight. so a very lazy kind of flame on that. So a little simmerer, I suppose. A nice clean burn on that, isn't there? A nice blue flame. The air intake on that, so should be reasonably efficient. Quite clean burn. And now, let me just qualify that my capillary stoves are nothing like the standard of the Tetkoba ones, and made properly, these also burn completely clean with a blue flame, but that's something I haven't mastered yet. Okay, so I'll light this little fella. Okay, you should see that these, one of the features of a capillary stove is that they bloom rapidly. So again, there we go, a few seconds, and already they're now, I've angled the jets to sort of try and get a vortex effect on the flame, so get it central. Chugging a bit. But like I say, I mean, for something that weighs 6 grams, it's a pretty damn efficient little burner. So there we go. 3 very, very lightweight, but very different stoves in their own way. And each of them, you know, could be used with the Caldera cone, or with whatever. And yeah, I found these are all good stoves. Barely weighs anything. Right, well, I hope that that video was of some use to somebody. I know when I was looking for a lightweight cooking system, I watched a lot of videos on YouTube to sort of make comparisons and have a look what was available. And my choice in the end was one of the Caldera. Was one of the Trail Designs systems, the Tri. But the Caldera cone systems, which are cheaper, have most of the benefits of the more expensive system. Yeah, so hopefully that's been of some use to somebody. Any likes and subs would be very gratefully received. Thank you very much.